Hey, Dr. Dave here. It is Monday after 4th of July. I hope you all had a great holiday week and were able to celebrate America, have nice times with your family, and got to enjoy this beautiful weekend. Well, we had beautiful weather here this weekend in New Jersey. So anyway, I want to share with you today some perspective or some ideas around a conversation that I have often with people. And it's around this concept, and the question usually is, or the comment is, why is being healthy so expensive? And, while there are many answers to this question and many factors involved with this, I usually wind up asking the person, well, what is your health worth to you? And of course, everyone says, well, it's everything. My health is everything. So I want them to operate from that place when they make these decisions and when we have this conversation, that their health is everything, that it is one of the most important things that you have, or it is the important thing that you can have, because without it, everything else can suffer. So I want people to operate from that place when they make their decisions in their life, because the term expensive really is relative, right? I mean, one person's expensive is another person's inexpensive. And people view things as luxuries while someone else views that same thing as an investment in themselves or an investment. So I can't afford to be healthy, but another question is, well, can you afford to be sick? Because we know that being sick not just robs you monetarily and is expensive, but it robs you a quality of life. It robs you the ability to enjoy your life. It robs you of the ability to, in your relationships, maybe your work, in such a variety of different areas. So can you afford to be sick? And really the answer is no. So I understand that people are in certain situations and circumstances. So I get that. People are in tough situations today. So I'm generalizing this conversation. But I also know that people live in certain circumstances that they create. But they try and blame it on other stuff. But it's the person staring back at them in the mirror that's the problem. So if we could look into people's checkbooks and debit statements and see what they really spend money on, I am sure that we can go through some things and see some items and recoup some money that can go towards some healthy things. Right? I think so. But the question is, are you willing to make the changes, the sacrifices, and the change in behavior that is necessary for you to create a different situation in your life? Are you willing to make the changes and the sacrifices and change the behavior that is necessary to create a different situation in your life? For some people, maybe you have to change your cell phone plan. For others, maybe it's you got to back off the cable. For others, maybe it's you have to stop eating out so much. I don't know what the answer is for every specific individual, but something tells me that when we value something, we seem to find the time, money, and energy to put towards that. So, for example, let's take smoking. I don't know. I don't smoke. I've never smoked. What is the cost of a pack of cigarettes today? I'm going to say $6 or $7, somewhere in that area. Say someone smokes a pack a day, and 7 times 7, was never good at math, but I could figure that one out. Say, round it up, say it's almost $50 a week for a pack of cigarettes. And, that's $200 a month. Now, you are taking money out of your pocket voluntarily and buying something that is known to kill you, cause ill health, potential cancers, potential all kinds of problems for you later in life, COPD, breathing issues. I mean, you're taking money for a habit essentially that's going to kill you. And I'm not judging you, but that is a choice and it is a decision. You're not saying, well, my insurance company doesn't cover this, I'm not going to pay for it. They're not going to pay for it. You're taking money out of your own pocket, hard-earned money, and purchasing something that's unhealthy. Yet, some people will turn around and say they don't have the money for things to be healthy. That's just an example. How about eating out? What's the cost of eating out? It costs a lot more to eat out than to prepare your foods and brown bag it to work or whatever. It does. It costs more money. You could save money by eating healthier, making things at home, preparing things at home, being intentional with your day and how you want to nourish yourself, because food is fuel for the human body. And if you understand that it's fuel for the human body and the body needs certain things in order to be healthy, that you put in it, that what you put in it matters, and that's going to manifest in your life somehow, hopefully bring health to you. As we say, you want to eat stuff, from plants, not made in a plant. And if people have eaten their way into health problems, well, you can certainly eat your way out of them. And so, what are you doing? What are you spending on money eating out? It could be costly. It could be expensive. And that's a sacrifice you may have to make or tone down in order to incorporate healthier things into your life. How about gaming systems? I see people spend hundreds, thousands of dollars on gaming systems in games. All right, while it's entertaining and fun, somehow you find the money to purchase those things. And what is that really doing for your health and well-being sometimes? But, the question is, you found the money for that. Why can't you find or arrange your finances for things that are more beneficial to your health and well-being? How about car payments? People spend anywhere from $250 to $500 a month on car payments. Well, again, you're taking your hard-earned money out of your pocket. No one's paying that but you. And you're putting it towards something that's devaluing over time, that takes you from point A to point B. And again, this is not a judgment. It's a matter of looking at what we're spending money on when we make the comment of, well, I can't afford to be healthier. Why is it so expensive? Because it's not necessarily more expensive. You can go into a health food store and get these prepared foods, and they're like, anywhere from $4 to $6, $7 for prepared foods. Well, yeah, that could be expensive too, even though you're getting a quote from a health food store. So you really have to look at what we're spending money on. And I'm challenging you to do that, to look at what we're doing. Because there's one thing I know for all of us, that we are present in 100% of the decisions that we make, right? We're present in that. We have some kind of presence there. Usually we're part of a decision we make and a choice we make. So therefore, you're part of the solution. You're also part of the problem. So, got to look at what we're doing. If you think being healthy is expensive, maybe it is, or maybe it isn't. But it all depends on what you're doing and what you think you're spending money on that's healthy. But again, we seem to have the money, time, and focus for the things we value. If you value your health, then figure it out. So if you value your health, what are you going to change and do different? What are you going to change and do different if you value your health to become healthier? What are you going to stop doing, and what are you going to be doing more of? People say their health is a priority and one of our highest values, but their actions show otherwise. That's a contradiction. If you're saying it's a high value, yet your actions show otherwise, that's a contradiction. And as I learned years ago, contradictions lead to either mediocrity or destruction, and you can't rise to a state of success or anything when you have contradictions in your life. It's just, you're not going to get there. What about massage? Take for massage therapy, for an instance. Some people look at that as a luxury. Other people look at that as health promoting towards their health and well-being. And they're willing to invest in that a couple times a month, once a month, whatever, to go towards that journey of improving or keeping or creating health in your life. So, again, what's the perspective? One person's inexpensive and is another person's expensive, and another person's expensive is another person's inexpensive. So what I wanted you to understand is that if your health is a priority, if your health is the highest value, what are you doing right now to contribute to that? What do you need to do different? What do you need to do more of? What do you need to stop doing in order to achieve better health and wellness? What do you need to do as far as eating better? Is it drinking more water? Is it eating less processed foods? Is it eating more plant-based foods? Or is it reducing the coffee? Is it stop social eating or stress eating? What do you need to do in those realms? Because health is earned. It's created. It is not something that just rains down upon us and we get. It's something that we have to create by how we live. Our lifestyle is huge as far as creating health and wellness. So, not to be repetitive, but I want you to live better. I want all of us to live better. I want us to make better decisions because our decisions now impact our future. I'm sure you would agree that the decisions that I know I would agree that the decisions I made today, yesterday, a week ago, a month ago, 5, 10, 15, 20 years ago, have somehow impacted and brought me to where I am today, which means that the decisions you make right now, tomorrow, this week coming up, the month after that, 5 months after that, a year, 5, 10, 15 years from now, the decisions you make are going to somehow shape and create your future. And you are present in 100% of the choices and the decisions you make. So you have a chance to make your future better. You have a chance to make things go in a different direction. But you have to be sometimes willing to make the sacrifices, create the disciplines and habits that are going to get you there. People every day say, I can't afford chiropractic care. My insurance doesn't cover it. Well, whose responsibility is your health anyway? Is it your insurance company's or is it yours? Let's face it, insurance, healthcare is a mess. You see higher premiums. You see higher deductibles. You see more out-of-pocket expenses. And you know what? That's sick care. Health insurance is sick care. Health assurance is you creating a better future for yourself. Because the insurance companies and the federal government, I don't really think have a huge interest in you achieving maximum health and wellness. That's something that you have to do. Health insurance I look at as kind of like car insurance. You need it. It's good to have. Crisis situation, when something occurs, you have insurance to help you. But the maintenance and the little things, the gas to make it run, the maintenance that it needs to keep it running is something that you take out of your pocket and you pay for, because maintenance is what creates a lifelong, better functioning car. So, comment, what are your thoughts on this? I know that this might not sit well with people, it might sound harsh, but really what I'm asking you to do is take inventory to what you're doing, the decisions you're making, the choices you're making, and if you want better health, what are you doing right now? You have a decision, choice right now to say, I want to do better, I need to do better, and where am I going to start? If you need help, private message me, comment on this. Be more than happy to give you some ideas, and I'm sure there are tens of thousands of people out there that are willing to help out and contribute some ideas to achieving better health, better life. Thanks for listening, and I'll catch you soon on another video. Take care.